I'm Cristina. I am a quantum healer and sound practitioner.
And I'm Tyana Tavakol. I'm a licensed therapist, and I specialize in helping people heal from past trauma.
I love affirmations, like it's writing them and using them because it helps rewire, reprogram your mind.
Affirmations can help since our brains don't realize that what we're saying isn't true. Like if we're saying, I love myself, or things like that, even if you don't fully believe it, your brain doesn't know that. That's why the musicians will practice things in their heads, athletes will, because they're tricking their mind.
Our mind doesn't know the difference between real life and imagination. That's why visualization is so important. It's something that they have to practice and accept in their mind so then the body can follow.
Yes. There's a concept called habit stacking. You pair new habits with old habits that are a little bit easier. And so like one that you formed that I thought was really impressive is you were going to leave the house anyways every day, so might as well try it where you're going on a walk and taking a little more time for yourself.
I started to incorporate getting up in the morning and going on a walk, and even if it was just 5 minutes, and then eventually it became 10 minutes, and then eventually more, to the point that yes, I was taking off my shoes and walking on the grass. And so it was like this habit became into a routine, and it was kind of beautiful to see how it gradually became. And then from that, it was journaling more and gratitudes, right? And so not being so maybe hard on yourself and just say, okay, I can start with this.
We were talking about gratitude, right? And how that can be a really helpful habit as well in starting to move from seeing the scarcity in your life, the problems that are going on, not to not acknowledge them, but to also hold room for all that's going well, or the beauty that's around you.
Counting your blessings.
Counting your blessings, yes.
Yeah, and that's very important. Taking moments to be present, and our mind can start counting maybe the negative things, and that's something that we've done in the past. But reshifting your mind, right? Like trying to reshift it and start that reprogramming is, to stay present and start counting what you do have. And when you start counting what you do have, you end up kind of surprising yourself at times because you'll keep counting blessings and blessings, and that's when you're shifting to that abundance mindset.
Yes. There's also just so much research behind gratitude and how it can bring down illness, help with more motivation, more positive outcomes in your life. And it actually helps you have more dopamine and serotonin, the happy hormones.
Yeah. Words help reshift your mind, right? And then that shifts your surroundings, it shifts your life. So there is a lot of scientific research on the benefits of gratitude, and that works with your heart chakra. So once you start working with your heart chakra, it'll expand, and so you're walking around in your day now like with an expanded heart, and that's when more blessings can flow in. And there is science that it helps with manifestation once your heart is vibrating at that, and that's why it's so healing. And people who start to experience these moments of synchronicities or just happier moments. So we have 7 chakras, and our heart, they're all energy centers in our body. Our heart chakra is really important because the heart is the compass of the universe. Energetically speaking, our eyes are just the screen for the heart. When you start to shift into living with your heart more, and that's like faith-based, and that abundance mindset, counting your blessings, you're feeding into your heart, and so you start to feel this more release of love.
Sometimes when we're saying things like that, like I deserve love or I deserve peace or whatever it is, we might feel an internal pushback to that, and that might make us think, we're just kidding ourselves, we're wrong. Like those are just common thoughts that can come up. Often that just means that there's a part of you that has grown up with a kind of an internalized message that you don't deserve those things. So when you feel that pushback, it doesn't mean that those affirmations are wrong. It just means you're now reteaching yourself that you actually do deserve all those things. And it's okay if it feels uncomfortable doing it. If anything, the discomfort is a sign that you're about to move yourself into a more grounded and warm place of self-compassion.
Maybe at first there were certain things I was saying that's like, I don't really feel that. And it's like that discomfort. And that's okay, because that is a sign that you're shifting into this new paradigm, or this new mindset that you want to be in. So the discomfort is a good sign. So I like working with sound healing. Sound is becoming more powerful, right? Because it taps into calming down your brain waves, and it's this state of relaxation, of surrender. And when you're there, then things can start to flow to you, and you can start to release more, and healing can happen.
When we're relaxed, we're activating our parasympathetic nervous system, which is the one that sends a bunch of hormones out saying, you can relax now and you're safe. And it sounds like sound healing helps to tap into that, get you there a little bit more quickly sometimes than trying to think your way into that state.
Sound baths are the fastest way to induce your brain into meditation. So it's really powerful, because we do live at a time where things are faster paced, right? And there is more things going on in our surroundings. So allowing ourselves to have these moments of meditation, which is not easy for a lot of people, that helps us bring us to present moment.
You know, for meditation, something that I've seen in the studies is that it's helpful when it pairs your, like, not necessarily that you have to not think, right? It's just the idea that you might be thinking your normally stressful thoughts, but it's now being paired with your body being in a relaxed state. And so that teaches you and your body that when you're out in the world and you're thinking quickly, or you might feel that stress come up, your body's now conditioned to pair that with relaxation. So it gives you a lot more control in your day-to-day life. It helps those stressful situations feel more manageable and not get as overwhelmed as you might have in the past.
It's 432 hertz. It actually taps into like the heart center of the universe.
Oh, perfect.
Take a moment to put your hands over your heart and just say, I'm grateful for my life. I am love. I am a miracle.